So I tell her, I don't think you're gonna get to work tomorrow, because my mom had actually given me a list of things to do for her before her brother got there. And she also was gonna be working the nighttime. So my sister working in the day on a Tuesday made no sense, because Tuesdays were now going to technically be my day, because my mom would technically be watching my kids from 4 p.m. when I left to 10 o'clock at night, which meant she would be doing their bedtime routine with them. She would be putting them to sleep, all those things. By the time I came home, I didn't even, see my kids. Well, I saw them in the daytime, but I didn't see them at nighttime. So I tell my sister, like, I don't think you're gonna get to work tomorrow, because mom gave me a list of things she needs me to do. And she has some stuff she has to do too before her brother gets here. Her brother coming was a huge event, okay? The only 2 times I had seen my uncle in person were at funerals. My great-grandmother's funeral and my grandma's funeral. So I hadn't seen my uncle in 5 ever, and I had never really talked to him because he didn't talk to my mom. It was a huge deal that he was, like, this was major. Everybody in the family knew about, like, their feud, to the point where when people found out that they were talking again, everybody was, 1, happy for them, but 2, shocked, because the feud, a ridiculous feud, had gone on for like 40 years. So people were shocked when they found out that my mama and her brother are BFFs now. So when I tell her that, she's like, I tell her she's not gonna get to work, and she tells me, well, mom says she's not working when her brother gets here, so I'm not gonna get to work for a week if I don't work tomorrow. And I'm like, well, I can't work either. Like, that's what I said to her. I'm like, well, I can't work either. She's like, but you're working tomorrow. And I'm like, I actually think this conversation was happening on the day that I had school, not on the Monday. That's neither here nor there. So she's like, but you're working tomorrow. And I'm like, well, I guess I'm not then. Because I was trying to even the playing field. I'm like, well, if you're complaining that I'm going to get to work one day, you had the whole damn summer. What were you doing? You were working. What are you even working doing? Like, we don't even know what you're doing. You're not generating income. Like, you know what? I can't. So my sister's doing the absolute most, and she's literally pissed off. And I'm like, well, I guess I'm not working then. That was the exact tone. That's exactly how I said it. I guess I'm not working then. So she's like rolling eyes, like she goes about her business. Mom comes home. I tell mom what happened, and she's like, is she serious? Like, what in the hell? Like, everybody knows what's going on. They see this charcuterie board. Why are we doing this still? And so mom, she's fed up, obviously, but she also does not care, because she can't have 1 week. You've been off of work for 2 years. You're guaranteed another 3. Mom can't have 1 week off. The selfish behavior, unmatched. Anyway, she ends up, Nola is so loud. Yeah, mom comes home, I tell her what happened, she's annoyed, but she doesn't care. So fast forward, my uncle arrives in town on the Wednesday. Initially, we weren't really sure what his plans were. Like I said, we didn't know if he was staying here, but we anticipated that even if he wasn't staying here, he would be here pretty much every day that he was in town. But that's actually not what happened, which kind of made it pointless that my mom wouldn't be working. So she kind of just hung out. Now, there was one night in particular that Chucky was home, and I don't know if my mom was sending me to the store or if I needed to go to Walmart for something really quickly. And so me and Chucky were gonna hop in the car and go. Also, though, we were taking the kids with us, but like, I didn't really want to take my kids because like, that's such a hassle, especially in the evening time. It's like wind down time. It's not time to take my kids out of the house. Like, you know what I mean? So I didn't really want to take them, but my mom wasn't really supposed to be working per se, but then her brother wasn't at the house. So my mom was holding the baby, and I was just going to take Salem and Belle, and my mom said, hurry up and come back. Now, early on, like months prior, me and my sister had this conversation with my mom, because my mom would be like, I need to go upstairs and lay down, I need to go do this, I need to make a phone call, but then she would just keep busy with doing what she was doing downstairs, whether she's like washing the dishes or something, or loading the dishwasher, or like, I don't know, sweeping, like something. She would be downstairs and get distracted and like not go do what she needs to do. So me and my sister had this conversation with her where we'd be like, We asked her, hey, do you want us to like remind you sometimes if you're supposed to go do something? And she was like, yeah, cool. But like it never really ended up happening until this day. So my sister's in the kitchen. Her daughter's nearby. My mom actually had her daughter for a while. And then she had Nola. So Nola's on my mom's lap now. I'm supposed to be going to Walmart, but like, who's trying to take the stroller and my bag of kids to Walmart right now? It's a pandemic. Like, you know what I mean? Just a little ridiculous. So my mom is holding the baby like she's not gonna give her to me. So she tells me to hurry up and come and to leave the baby. Before I could walk out of the living room to go to the car, my sister says, Mom, didn't you say you were going upstairs? My home. Are you serious? In my head, I'm seeing red. I am livid. This is when I got motherfucking pissed. I was like, this bitch. Y'all ain't heard me cussing a long time, okay? Because I don't be cussing like I used to. Allegedly. Okay? Because it was giving Sailor, and I don't mean Sailor Moon. Like, I was fuming. She didn't say that because she cares about mom's well-being. If she did, she would have paid them damn cars and not tried to give my mom no damn heart attack. She didn't say it because she gave a damn about mom. She said it because my mom was holding my child. It was like 5:30, 6 o'clock, I think. And my mom did say that she was going upstairs, but Walmart's up the street and my mom was fine with holding Nola, keeping the baby with her until I came back from Walmart. Why am I bringing my bag of kids to the store during a pandemic? Coronavirus! If I don't have to. She's a baby, a newborn baby, probably didn't even have 2 shots yet because you don't get your first shot till 2 months. Like, why did my sister do that? And so when she did it, I took the baby, I went to the car, and I was just in the car pissed off. Like, I was mad. I don't even remember if I was venting to Chucky or not. I just knew I was fuming. Like, did she really just do that? Like, really? Like, she really just threw a whole monkey, like, it was just unnecessary. That's really where my frustration came from, how unnecessary it was. Anyway, when she did that, I was like, okay, I'm about to take my gloves off and you're not going to like it. So, like I said, my uncle is in town, but he only ended up coming to my house twice. The day that he got there, I think the day after, but he didn't come until like 8 p.m. It was very strange, actually. And then he didn't come the next day. I guess they had other stuff that they were doing in Ottawa, but we didn't know that. We thought that they were coming specifically for mom. And then by the Saturday, he had left. So after that incident happened with Nola, I'm obviously pissed off. When I come back home later, I go to my mom and I tell her how mad I was that she did that. And my mom was like, well, I was actually wondering how you felt about that. I guess she didn't expect my sister to say that either. So like, she was just wondering how I felt about that because obviously my sister disrupted something. Fast forward, my uncle leaves and me and my mom are on this long walk. And my mom is like, you know what? Don't let anybody put anything past you. Don't be shocked if she tries to pull any more stunts because XYZ. And so we're literally on a walk. I was saying like, she wouldn't just try to up and leave out of nowhere. And my mom said, be prepared for anything because at this point it's up. Like, we don't know what's going on with her. I think that conversation actually started because as we were on the walk, we got a text message to the group chat again about like the way that we're doing grocery shopping and how she wants to change it again because XYZ. But like, I didn't read the message until we got back home because I didn't want her to ruin my walk. So we got back home. We have the kids with us, obviously, by the way. We didn't leave them with my sister. We have the kids with us. We go on our walk. We're gone for a while. We're just talking about the stuff going on. And obviously I'm not caring if she leaves or not. It's just a matter of when. Despite everything that she had done, I was still giving her the benefit of the doubt. I don't know. It's giving clueless. Like, I don't know why I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt. She's done too much, 3 much, 4 much. So me giving her the benefit of the doubt is actually a little lunatic, isn't it? So we get back home. I open the text message and I see this message about she's not going to be coming in on half of the groceries anymore. She's only going to be doing certain items like milk, eggs, butter, the stuff that everybody uses communally. Those are the only things she'd be coming half on. She realizes that her son doesn't care which brand of patty she buys, so she's going to buy the ones from Food Basics instead of the Tasties patties. Tasties is it, and that's it. Which is so crazy because before she came, I used to buy 2 boxes of patties. When she got here and we started to split the grocery bill, we would literally be in the store buying 12 boxes of patties because her son would only eat patties. And not only did he was wasting them, okay? And it's expensive. It's like $15 for 12. Like, the West Indian store is not cheap. So we're spending $15. We're buying 12 boxes. Like, who eats in there says, I could buy 2 boxes of patties and it lasts me a damn lifetime because we don't eat them every single day. But her son ate patties or threw them every single damn day. Like, a lot of times the patty would get wasted. So it was like, why am I spending so much money on these patties? I never have in my life purchased 12 boxes of patties, whether I'm splitting the bill down the middle or not. I've never done it. And her child is wasting the food. So what am I spending my money on? On top of that, there was a time that I bought the patty and I didn't eat not one of them. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. Unacceptable! How do you blow through 12 boxes, 6 boxes, whatever it is? I paid for half of the patties and I didn't get one. So I started taking my half out of each box and putting it in the freezer bag because we're not about to do that. Like, you're not about to eat my money. Anyway, so she's like, she's not gonna do this. I tell her, no, let's just not split them at all. It's fine. We don't have to split groceries at all, but just pay what's on the bill, the notes already. Pay what's already in there that you're supposed to like pay half of. And going forward, we just won't split at all. Cause I'm not breaking down the bill like that. Like, it's all on one bill. Either we split it or we don't. Like, and I already wanted to get out of that, so this was the opportunity to do so. I tell her that. I send her a voice note. She sends me a voice note back and tells me she's going to pay for everything on the needs list or the notes list where the money is, except for the oxtail. I said, what? So I send her another voice note back and I'm like, no, pay for everything that's on the list because we didn't discuss you not paying for half. I was actually wondering why I was sitting there for so long because I think there had been times where she'd send me money, but she's not paying on the Savannah bill. I mean, on the grocery store, the West Indian store bill. So I'm a little confused. So she wasn't sending the money. I'm like, no, just pay the whole thing. So she sends me another voice note back because I'm like, I said to her, are we really being petty over $25 worth of oxtail? So we bought $50 worth of oxtail. Are we really being petty over $25 worth of oxtail? Is that what we're doing? So I was like, just pay it. And she's like, well, I don't eat oxtail. I only eat the gravy. Everybody knows that I've never eaten oxtail. That's how I know you're a lunatic, because you don't eat oxtail. What is your problem? Like, shout out to all the Jamaicans. Shout out to all the Jamaicans. What is she talking about? So I sent her a voice note back. Do you see how petty this is? I'm like, this is how you know how old I am, because this is the phone. So I'm like, I don't eat pork. Y'all went and spent all kinds of money on pork back, ham, whatever bacon. I pay for half of the bill. What are you talking about? You're not paying for the oxtail. What are we talking about right now? Like, literally, I can't wait to show y'all the tea, like the actual receipts in the next part. Members only. So yeah, like, what are you talking about? So I am like, just pay it and stop being dumb. Like, I'm not going back and forth with you over no oxtail. Like, I didn't give her a hard time when she's freaking stealing my work days. I didn't give her a hard time when she's stealing my mom. My mom. I didn't give her a hard time when she's doing none of the stuff she's doing. She's gonna come back to me and talk to me about $25 worth of oxtail. I thought you was paid. I thought you had money.
Where's the money?
You talking about some you don't eat oxtail? I don't eat bacon. I don't eat pork back. Don't eat shrimp. I was barely eating eggs at the time, and I was always paying for the eggs. I don't drink milk. I was paying for the milk. My kids don't drink milk. Like, come on. Don't talk to me about $25 worth of oxtail. Don't do it ever in your life. Me and her going back and forth, that's pretty much where that conversation ends. I don't know if it was 24 hours later. I don't know if it was the same day. I gotta look at my messages to freaking find out. But she messages, and she says, hey ladies, in the group chat with me, her and my mom. I think it was actually called like kids chat or something like that. Hey ladies, I got an opportunity that a retired nanny is renting out her basement and she's going to be able to help me with my kids. But in order to take advantage of the opportunity, I have to move out by the 15th of this month. Interesting. this is coming out of the blue. Girl, we just 24 hours ago, perhaps, we're talking about not splitting the groceries. Where all of a sudden is this retired nanny coming from? What are you talking about? She's just making stuff up, pulling out her hat, out her booty. I don't freaking know. Okay? But that's where she was. I don't know where she was going with the foolishness, but she was trying to come to us with it. And so at this point, me and my mom are looking at each other once again, crazy. And I'm like, I don't care that she's leaving. I'm glad she's leaving. What she's not going to do is leave without paying until at least damn November or December, because not even 2 months ago we talked about the fact that we're gonna be here for at least another 6 months. So you don't get to just skip out on the freaking bill. She needs to pay the rent for those 2 months because she's just leaving out of nowhere, and she didn't pay first and last. So always get your first and last first, okay? Don't be trying to collect it after. Don't make no damn sense. Have a freaking promissory note in play, even if it's your family. I always see this on the court shows and I never follow through with it. I didn't follow through with it with my sister. I don't know freaking why. So I didn't have that. So I told her, I'm cool with you leaving short notice, but you still need to pay that, because up until today, I thought we was gonna be here another 6 months. Like, I was cool with the work schedule. I wasn't giving problems about the work schedule. I was fine with it. She had my mom's help all she freaking wanted, and she's finding issue. Me and my mom were perplexed. And on top of that, we knew she was lying because one, the place that she found allegedly was like 7 hours the opposite direction, pretty much going back where she came from, which made no sense to me because her intent was to move to Ottawa. She just got rid of her husband. Why would she move further away from her mom? If she was moving out, we would think that she's moving out but staying in Ottawa so that one, our kids can still grow up together, and two, she could still have mom's help when she would need it. Her telling us she's moving out and giving us a location that is the opposite direction and hours away didn't make any sense. So we knew she was lying. We didn't know where she was going, but we knew she was lying. And the other reason we knew she was lying was because she don't trust nobody with her kids. She barely trusts her damn mama. She don't trust nobody with her kids. And she's always vocalized that where the kids were concerned. She was like, I am not sending my kids to daycare. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. That's why she was always trying to get mom to help her, because she don't trust nobody else. So her hiring some retired nanny, moving into a retired random old lady's basement. Girl, come up with a better lie. Okay, you need to stop talking to Todd at this point because it's giving scheme. Anyway, so she tells us that. I tell her, you need to pay, but I'm going to give you a break on the bills because you won't be here. However, the bills that were for September come out in October, pretty much after she leaves. So I told her only 1 month extra of bills, but the rest of the bills is fine because evidently we had a verbal agreement. Whether she wants to honor it or not is not my business, okay? So I tell her that, and she doesn't really respond. I think she actually responded and asked me, like, what do I mean? So I broke it down for her because she likes to act stupid, like she doesn't know what you're saying. And then I broke it down for her, and she didn't respond. Later that evening, she comes downstairs, mopey, okay? It's giving the Seven Dwarfs. She comes down, and I said, hey, like, you never responded to my message. Like, what are your thoughts? She's like, well, what choice do I have? You didn't give me any options. I didn't give you any options? I'm sorry. What? She said that. And I said, options. I said, well, you didn't give me any options. You didn't even let me know that you were moving out. I said, up until literally today, I had no idea that you were even looking to move out. So I'm kind of confused. Like, I've given up all of my work days. I've done everything to benefit you. I'm confused about why you wouldn't even talk to me and tell me that you're even considering moving out to give me a heads up. She's like, I don't have to tell you anything. I'm like, well, actually, we live together. So yeah, I kind of do need a heads up, because when she moved in, it wasn't a move in temporarily type of thing. It was literally move in. So during this conversation, she was like, I don't even have the mental capacity to handle this right now. And she starts walking up the stairs. I said, we are not going to play this childish game with you. Be a woman about it. Put on your big girl drawers and stop trying to run from your problems, because you started this. But I'm gonna finish it. So fast forward. Obviously, me and my mom are shook. Okay, we're like, what is this? Like, we literally could not fathom what was going on. I need what is going on merch. I need what is happening? What is happening? Like, literally, I had no idea what was happening. All I knew was that ish had hit the fan. And we ain't got no ceiling fans in here. But if we did, there'd be ish all over the place, okay? That's all I know. So we get into that argument. And I think we started texting back and forth again. Because I was at my wit's end, and I think while we were in the argument, she had said something about, she's like, oh yeah, she did. She said to me, I tell you that I have an opportunity to move out and blah, blah, and all you're talking to me about is this money. And I'm like, yeah. Like, what else am I supposed to be talking to you about, ma'am? Yes, I'm not giving you no more grace. I already gave it all to you. So what am I supposed to do in the situation? Just let you run off? Like, I don't understand. And so obviously when she tells us she's moving, my mom tells her, you need to pay the money on my cards before you're out of here, before the 15th. I'm not even playing that game with you. Period. As she should. Anyway, because she said that, and we ended up texting again, and she was talking about some, like, I'm treating her like she's some tenant, and I'm confused because I'm like, you live here, you pay rent, you are a tenant. I don't get it. I don't understand. Everybody's a tenant here. If you pay rent, you're a freaking tenant. But she had this weird thing about, like, she kept going to my mom during this whole thing, and she's like, why don't I have a key? I want a key. Why don't I have a key? And we don't use keys. We have them, we just don't use them. They're pretty much communal because unless we're all leaving the house, there's no point in anybody keeping a set of keys. I didn't have a set of keys, Chucky didn't have a set of keys, and my mom didn't have a set of keys. The only time we really used the keys was if we were all leaving or if we were checking the mailbox. So keys were not really a big deal, but my sister kept like, why don't I have a key? So my mom said to her, if you want a key, take one. Like, they're downstairs, like, take a key. So my sister was the only person in here that walked around with keys, and I thought it was strange, but like, she would always go, she would check the mail, she would always have her keys locking up, and like, girl, bye. Like, nobody needs a key around here, okay? It's very much giving Leave It to Beaver. Only we do lock our doors at night and in the day. That being said, we're texting back and forth, and she says, I'm treating her like a tenant, and I'm like, well, if you're not a tenant, I can have you out of here tonight.
Oh, wow.
You're not on my lease, period. And so obviously now I'm taking my power back. I'm like, oh, you're not on the lease? Bye-bye. I can have you escorted out of here tonight since you want to pot S-H-I-T. She didn't like that too much. So when I said that to her, she obviously flips because I actually took it a step further and told her that I will have her escorted out of here tonight because I'm absolutely done. You need to go get out of my house. You got 24 hours to get the frig gone. She calls my other sister that has nothing to do with anything. I actually called that same sister at the same time. My call didn't get through. Hers did. She was looking for the person that she knows she can manipulate the easiest. So she got through on the call first and tried to spin it to my sister however she spun it. When I get on the phone with my sister now, I think my sister had actually called me back. She tells me however my sister put it, and I said, that's not what happened. And that's not what's going on. But like, she has no skin in the game. So I don't even care what anybody has to say. She didn't have her card run up. She didn't lose her job over this person staying in her house. So nothing that she has to say is relevant. But what gagged me was the fact that this Tasmanian devil even called this sister in particular because, well, I'm not gonna drag nobody else into it.
Look, trying to get some tea.
I'm not gonna start no damn drama. All I know is she had plenty to say, okay? When I had dropped the video for my sister, she had plenty to say that was not nice pertaining to my sister, and that's the person that she called. The math wasn't mathing. She called the person that she felt she could manipulate and get to be an ally for her. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So fast forward, I tell her she got 24 hours to get the frig gone. I then take with the baby, I go upstairs and I'm putting her like to sleep. And so I'm laying in bed. My sister busts out of her room because I pretty much told her she has to get out. And not even pretty much, I told her she has to get out. She busts into my mom's room and tells my mom that I'm kicking her out or whatever. And I hear a little bit of like combative speech, but it's kind of muffled. And then all of a sudden my mom's busting into my room and she's like, didn't I tell you to leave it alone? Didn't I tell you to leave it alone? I'm like,
And
I was like, you did, but I also gestured to the fact that I'm nursing the baby and the baby's falling asleep and she's being loud. At that point, I didn't care. I didn't care who was mad in the situation because I'm the person in the situation that lost the most outside of my mom's credit card.
You out of order.
I was the one that was speaking up and nobody was listening to me. So at this point, it's really up. Like, I really didn't care who was mad in the situation, who's not. I was not going to be mad anymore. That's a decision that I had made for myself. So my mom's like, did I tell you to leave it alone? So she leaves my room. She's pissed off. She's like, you guys are gonna give me a heart attack. She was dead ass serious. No, literally, she almost had one. Like, literally, she was so stressed out. So my sister then begins packing her things. So you see her hauling ass to the garage. She's packing all these things in boxes and bringing them to the garage and packing up my garage like this damn storage unit. And so I'm like, okay, good. She's gonna get out the next day. But you hear, after my mom left my room, she then went back to my sister's room, busted in my sister's room, and she's like, why did you come here? And she's yelling at my sister, she's like, why did you come here? What did you come here for? And my mom's saying like all the stuff that's gone on and blah, 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 and all the help that she was afforded by being here. My sister's like, what help, Mom? Girl, I could have fallen out. God had his weight on me, okay? God had his weight on me in my bedroom, holding me on the bed because I was going to go into my mom's room and fight her. What help? Baby, I went from working 5 days a week to 1 day a week to accommodate you. What do you mean what help? You was making jobs. You was posting content. You was doing everything under the sun, getting the help that you needed with your children. And you're going to sit there and disrespect my angel of a mother and ask her what help? That was next level disrespectful. I couldn't even believe my ears. I'm like, they were bleeding. I'm like, she did not just say what help. I had to go after I heard the argument, like what I could hear of it. I had to go to my mom and ask her, did she say that? Did she say that? Did I hear correctly? The answer was yes. Anyway, so it's combative. Tensions are high in the house. I don't give a damn. Fast forward to the next day and my sister's still packing up her stuff, but it don't look like she gonna be out like I wanted her to be because I peeped into the room because she had left. And I realized there's still a lot to go. But what I also realized was that the MacBook, not the MacBook, the iMac computer, all of the electronics, her Xbox, the Cricket, anything that could have been kept as collateral, gone with the wind, fabulous girl. I don't know if she was keeping them in her car. I don't know if she had rented out a storage unit. I just know that they were gone. She had went on a drive one night, and I guess when she left them somewhere, okay? But she did not pack them and keep them in the garage. She took them and put them somewhere safe and continued to pack up her stuff. But because she doesn't respect me or what I have to say, she didn't leave in the 24 hours that I told her or return my key. So when I see the following day that she's still there, at that point, my mom is obviously at her wit's end. She's, first of all, that night, my mom was literally wailing. And she was like, get her out of here. She was like, she's like, get her out. She was calling her everything but a child of God, okay? Like, she was like, get that witch out of here. I don't want nothing to do with her. She was tearing out the stuff that my sister had bought her out of her closet. She's like, I don't want nothing from her. And she's giving it all back, shoving it into my sister's room. Coach this, Michael Kors that, all this stuff that my sister got for her with... Never mind, child. You already know. So she's giving the stuff back, and then my mom starts ripping the AirPods out the wall, and I'm like, no. I said, Mom, go get the AirPods back. Go. Because they were put on your credit card, and they ain't been paid for yet. Go and get the AirPods back. Don't give her the AirPods. Not AirPods. HomePods. Sorry. Don't give her the HomePods. Go and get the HomePods. So she goes and gets the HomePods back. Keep in mind, that wasn't the only thing that hadn't been paid for, obviously. The little Apple Watch she was on every damn 5 minutes. Hi, Siri.
Set me a timer to not be an asshole.
Hey, Siri, set me a reminder to start the microwave. Hey, Siri, set me a reminder to bathe my kids. Hey, Siri, set me a reminder to take the pot pie out of the oven. Like, every 5 minutes, you see her, hey, Siri. Like, in the...
Sorry, I couldn't see.
Siri, Siri on my phone is talking to me. I'm sorry, Siri. Yeah, no. She really did need to tell Siri, hey Siri, send me a reminder to not be an asshole, because what was she doing? Anyway, all them things wasn't paid for, so my mom's tearing it up and giving it back. She's like, I don't want it. Anyway, she did go get the home pods back. So fast forward to my mom being obviously fed up. So the following day, my sister does it. She's still there, still packing, but still there. And she's not out in the 24 hours because obviously she wants to show me that I'm not the boss. She's the boss. And she's going to leave when she wants to leave. She's not giving me my key back until she's ready to give the key back. But at this point, my mom was like, she needs to go. This day, my mom says to me, did you get the key back yet? I said, no. She said, you need to get it back. So I pressed my sister about the key. She told me she's going to give it back to me when she's finished putting her stuff in the garage or whatever. And I was like, okay, cool, whatever. I'm not pressing her about it. My mom ends up pretty much forcing me to tell her, no, you need to go and get it back now. So my mom's like, no, go and get the key back now. So obviously I go and I'm like, I text her actually, and I tell her I need my key back immediately. So I go knocking on her door for the key. So she hands me the key, but she only gives me the house key. She doesn't give me the mailbox key. I'm like, I don't have time for these games. So I go back into my children's room where my mom was actually in with me. I said she only gave me the house key. She didn't give me the mailbox key. And so I text her and I'm like, I need the mailbox key too. And she's like, well, she still has to check the mail for something. So she's going to give me the mailbox key after. But at that same time, I told her as well that mom said she needs to be gone on today. Thank you, Jesus. On today. So she texted me back, but I didn't see it. And so when I actually had gone to, this actually happened before. So when I had gone to her room to get the key, she was asking for an extension. Can you believe? She was saying, can she stay until Wednesday when her dad would be able to pick her up? And she had these like puppy dog eyes on. I can't even make the face. Like she had on these puppy dog eyes, like, feel bad for me, please. Like she's looking defeated, girl. As she should. Okay. So she's looking defeated, asking if she can stay till Wednesday. She's trying to buy her some time because her dad had actually, I think, had texted my mom and was like how he could be, I think my mom texted him actually and asked him when is he gonna be able to come and pick up their child with her stuff. He had said Thursday. So she had said that he would come on Wednesday. And then after I saw the text messages, I actually texted her back and I said, your dad told mom that he would be able to come on Thursday. She said, yeah, but he said that he would miss the funeral for me. I said, you're really gonna have your father miss a funeral to pick you up because you want to carry on with antics? Like this person has like zero control and thinks she has all the control. Like just no tact, no decorum. You're gonna have him miss a family member's funeral because you were carrying on with antics you had no business carrying on with? Unacceptable! And he should inconvenience himself to come and save you? That's between them, child. Okay? Either which way. He had said Thursday. She was saying he's going to be there on Wednesday. But yeah, she said he was willing to miss the funeral or whatever. And I'm like, mom said no. You got to go today. Which obviously was problematic if she's getting picked up or meeting her father at like a hotel or Airbnb, wherever she was staying with her children. Because it's like, what did you do for your mom and your sister who welcomed you with open arms? Because her dad was the one that drove her here with her stuff, remember? What did you do for it to be ending on such bad terms that one, my ex-wife is messaging me and asking me when I'll be there to pick up your things. And two, it can't be whatever lies she made up and spun and told him whatever was going on, why she has to move out. Because when she moved here, like she was even trying to convince him to buy a house out here. So whatever. Either way, she was asking for an extension. The answer was absolutely the frig not. So guess what? She had to get frig gone that day. And she did. I think it was like 7 or 8 o'clock at night. And she finally was done, you know, emptying the rooms out and was leaving. She put her kids in her car and we never heard from her ever again. So that is the story on my sister, the Tasmanian devil. Now, I shared this story because one, it was shocking, but two, I feel like in your family dynamic, you might experience something like this and not realize what it is. Because people think that only your spouse or your boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever can abuse you. They don't realize that you could be in abusive situations with anybody in your family. Your sister, your brother, your uncle, your aunt, whoever. Anybody can be abusive towards you emotionally, physically, mentally, whatever it is, financially. And so when you look at the power and control wheel, we can identify things on there that my sister was doing to both not only me, but my mom as well. And so that's why I wanted to talk about this, shed light on this, and in parts, in the next two parts, we're gonna go into further detail about that kind of stuff, using the power and control wheel, obviously the receipts, and I am going to do a Q&A on things that you guys might want to know after the fact, now that you guys have heard all of the parts. However, it's giving members only content, so sign up for the membership, okay? The membership is where it's at, period. And before I go, because in the video that there was no audio, I actually shouted out my members. So before I go, I just want to give a quick shout out to some of my members. You guys are the best. Farnice, K. Estelle, Karen Perez, Ari Torres, Monique, Silent Bliss, Miss Tified, At Home with Crystal, or is it Crystal? Ayanna Williams. Oh, how you say your name, girl? Megine Langlaise. I hope I said it right, girl. Alexis Smith, Kay Brown, Labelle Jeannie, or Jean? Jen? Samaria Landers, or Samaria. Lovia Telusma, Shania Smith, Caitlin Mewborn, Fetch Inc., Glenn Coco, Dreamy, Jay Foster, ooh girl, Vivian, I feel like you got a shout last time, Taya, Alien, shout out to Annie, okay, I saw her with a bag, shout out to Kara Sims, I think I already shouted you out before, Queen, Aiko, Catalina, Sulema, or is this Sulema, Iman, Ari, Princess Ty 23, Marianne, that girl Anna, Jazz J, Ari N, With Love Taylor, Chasen Domho. Oh my god, there's literally so many of you. Medicine, Deanna, M. B, Eliane, Amber Sapp, Shay Sun, Ann, Z Baby, Eliza P, Emily, Princess, Rashika, LDN, Octavia Duplessis, Cassie, Lynn B, Lauren Hall, Cena L, D Wolf, Christy Adriana, Danielle Collins, YPM123, Rio Chime, Your Mom's Chest Hair, why is that your name? I can't. Hattie S, Queen's Name, Kian or Cayenne, Aaliyah, Erica P, JV, D Thompson, J Michelle, Raven. Oh my god. Anasia Tillman. Girl, we gonna be sitting here all day. K Aroma, Lizzo's Flute. I can't with your name. Simply Her XO, Camille Carnes. Hannah Welcome, AB Wavy, Savvy, Trinity's Channel, The Streets Don't Lie, India, girl, Sammy, I love all you guys so much and I appreciate all of you. So I will see you guys for your members only content to continue out this story time. But this concludes the story, and I just want to say that literally through this experience, one, my relationship with God got really strong because I was able to rely on him a lot. And it was very much giving, I'm a daddy's girl. Like my daddy got me, you know, my daddy does. Okay, it was very much giving that. Like he got me. And there's no way around that. So like when people really try to play in my face, play on my top, like it's going to be handled Olivia Pope style. Just saying. Just saying. It might even get messier than Olivia Pope. How to Get Away with Murder. Okay, because God really doesn't play about me. And I think people need to understand that. There's literal proof in all of my story times how they pan out for me. God don't play about me. So people need to stop trying to play with me. I am not a toy, okay? Very delicate. But like, God is my dad, okay? Like, that's actually my daddy. He protects me all the time. So I don't think that anybody should, try to take advantage of me from this point on. Because it's very much evident that it's not going to go over well. And so that being said, apart from this Storytime series, which has come to a close for the main channel, the next Storytime series where somebody thought that they should play on my top, well, girl, I hope y'all is ready, okay? I hope you guys are ready because